Hello. So, I have completed the trading post for May, which consisted of doing a lot of the more general things for the most part. So, did some world quests, which actually completed this, and there was another one that you had to complete world quest, or I think it was just, yeah, it was world quest. So this was the bonus week, and then there was another one where it was just yeah, there you go, 5 world quests, 10 world quests, all that. So did a lot of questing, did a couple for children tweak. So there was an interesting thing with this. I had already done the Alliance and Horde versions, respectively, of these quests to get the currency you needed to get the new toy, the new nap mat, and then I also saw there were some transmog that I didn't remember. It probably was added in at some point, and I just decided not to do anything with it. So, um, since I got the meta achievement, there's only a few. I know I've done some things with like Love in the Air and the Midsummer Fire Festival and all that, but a lot of the other ones, a lot of these smaller ones like Children's Week, I don't necessarily uh, do things with immediately when they add something. So, kind of wanted to get to Transmog, so I had done the Alliance and Horde. And the interesting thing about the Transmog was there were different versions. Mainly a shield, which of course for Alliance was Alliance and for the Horde was Horde. And I just thought with the way that Transmog works nowadays that if you bought one, you automatically got the other, and that is not the case. When I went to look on a Horde character, I had the Alliance shield, but I could not find the Horde shield. So that started me doing the 2 quests you can choose one of two to do in Dalaran, the original Dalaran, or the Northrend Dalaran, I should say. And none of those actually reward you with the like the little currency you needed. So I had to actually go. It says I've done this 4 times. I've actually done it 5 because I had to do the Horde quest twice. So that added to the quests done. Those do also count. So um, yeah, so then I looked and I saw this. So I just went ahead and did both of the Dalaran ones. So that was a whole interesting thing. Perfectly easy enough. There was a lot of when I looked it up to see what all was involved. I was looking up something and ended up seeing like what all was involved. And it is recommended you use a mage. And that is, it will make it a lot easier if you can teleport around. Until you get to the Northrend, you just have to travel around. There's not really anything you can do much about that. So, um, yeah, so did, completed the 4 storylines, completed storyline, did a Midnight World boss, and then if you're still doing Undermine, which I still am, I hopped on a character, hadn't done much with Midnight launching and trying to sort out endgame and all that. Um, so I kind of wanted to do that on the character that I've had parked there for a while now. And those quests still count because we're still, if you do it on a character that's still leveling, those quests still do count. So that's quite nice because they're fairly easy for the most part. So, and then upgrade using Dawncrest, which is weird because I didn't actually use any. I'm at the point where I'm still using just gold, but this still counted. So, yeah, so 25 quests, 10 quests, win 5 battlegrounds. So I started doing the started doing the where is it? Where? Oh, there we go. Hello. Started doing the training grounds. So, yeah. that you will usually win. I did lose a game. I think they have overtuned the AI players that you play against in this mode. Training grounds is always against a computer generated team, um, and we did lose one. So I think they've slightly overtuned it because it was not the case in the War Within. So yeah, and that was it. And then did the pet battles. So the pet battles and the 5 battlegrounds, these were both 200, so that was about half of what I needed. And then all the quests, it was kind of nickel and diming it. Some were 100, some were 50, and so forth. So there might have been a 70 some in there. I don't think there was. I think they were all either 100 or 50 otherwise. So yeah, so that got me to complete the why did it only give me 900? I did finish this, right? It should have been 1,000, right? It also did not give me the transmog? Okay, so it is a few hours later. Apparently, there is a glitch with the trading post, so people weren't getting their tenders or their bonus reward. So I just went ahead and waited until after the daily reset. So there we go. There's my tenders. And then really wanted to show the transmog. I don't know why it's showing me with those shoulders, but yeah, so there it is. So that looks absolutely wonderful on a elf that has I think it's a blood elf customization where you can have the red eyes. So seen this set on a few different characters, and this is definitely by far the best appearance. So I'll probably be using this on her at some point. That is very nice. So now we can look. I also did swap onto a different character. Went to the character that I still have at the Donegal trading post and didn't seem to match her. So people were also having issues with their freezed item for some reason. I don't know. Don't know what was happening there, but at this point I can say I am hardly surprised. So I digress. So this is the main thing is these Gilnean type horses. Not really all that thrilled. They are nice, but horse models in this game are a dime a dozen. So, but you do get another transmog. That is a lot of this is just getting your transmog. You do have this fox attire, which apparently has been in the game before, and I do not remember it. So, kind of per usual for these, you have weapons, which I do have to say are nicely detailed, but not necessarily something I'm interested in. The fist weapons you can't even see, so there's really no point in that. And as I said, more of your regular kind of recolor, another quiver, another tabard for Gilneas. So just kind of more recolors. I do like the bow. I am probably going to grab the bow. I do like the simpler bows. Another faded spring flowers crown, which is, I thought, a bit random. But now the thing that I was kind of excited about were these hats. So, yeah. I can finish a transmog I was trying to do with these, so very excited about the hats. A vest, which I don't remember before, but okay, and then the faded belt, and that was it. So, as I said, just a lot of recolor. Not a bad trading post, just maybe not as much variety as some might hope for. So, for the returning items, you have just another recolor of this fox attire, which I do not remember at all. Don't particularly care for those. You do have this mount. I do remember the mount. I don't know if the mount and the transmog were part of the same one. We have a little battle pet there. Another battle pet, and then these, yeah, so I do remember buying these swords. This was in the War Within, I do remember, so yeah, so that is it. So I think I want to go ahead and grab this attire. That'll probably be the most expensive thing I get because I'm not interested in this or this. I have so many horses, it's just not really even funny. Not interested in the weapons. I do like the weapons, but I don't ever see using them, so I have other maces that I would prefer to use. I do tend to collect maces for my shaman, so I have quite a few. Specifically, I know I've farmed like some rarer ones, and I think some more like uncommon ones. I have some engineering items that are considered maces and things like that, so yeah, go ahead and get the crown. Just collecting everything that I normally would. Just kind of getting all my recolor stuff. I don't want the vest, and whoa, I don't want the belt, so let's see here. So not interested in the mount. I've got the transmog. I've got the witch's hat and cloak. Like I said, I'm going to kind of take a break from the quivers because I'm not really using the quivers, and that's 100 tinders, so I'll use something that I might want to buy in the future if there's nothing else. So. Yeah, especially this bow. I really like this bow kind of being more just a neutral color because that might work with maybe more transmogs than if you have something that's one specific color. It like this might work with different transmogs. If I don't have a bow, there are a few colors that are a bit difficult to find. Yeah, I think that is going to be it because I'm not interested in the vest or the belt. So, how much am I spending? So, basically, broke even there. Spent like 40 over, but I think that's perfectly fine. So, I still have 2,000, so I'll have 3,000 next month when I do everything. So that's perfectly fine. And yeah.
Now don't you be
So,
gone too long.